rock that beat.
Well, I guess we're talking about this fucking guy again. Well, I guess we're back making another video about ImJayStation, and no surprise, he's done something incredibly fucking stupid. Last time I talked about ImJayStation was about 6 months ago when he had made that video revolving around Etika and the fact that he was talking about his suicide, and in that video I was very genuinely upset. If you want to go check out that video, you know, there'll probably be a card on the screen, but I was very upset when he made that video just because it was so soon after reports were found and his body was found of him being deceased. You know, he had jumped off the Brooklyn Bridge and had killed himself. I was very upset. And in that video, I unironically said that he should kill himself. And, you know, it's like at this point, you know, do I regret saying it? No, I don't regret saying it, but maybe I still shouldn't have said it in the first place and had it in the video because it's just not who I am, really. I don't really want to say those types of things and have those types of things in my videos, and the fact I'm even mentioning it now kind of makes me feel a little bad, and even though I still don't regret it, but just the sheer audacity that this fucking dude has to not even go a full month within the new year and not making some stupid fucking clickbaity manipulative type shit. It's honestly just astounding to me. And so just in case you don't know, for whatever reason, recently ImJayStation, about a day ago, news came out from him himself on his YouTube channel that his girlfriend had gotten into a car accident with a drunk driver and she had passed away. And since a day has gone by, people have done their own types of research, and he has uploaded another video, and I'm going to mention the video that he mentioned the other day before in question in a little bit, but essentially what people had already found is that there is no police report, there is no news reporters reporting on this on the news in Canada, because that's where ImJayStation lives. There's just absolutely nothing. The only thing that we can go off of is word of mouth from Jay himself, but he's notorious for being a pathological liar, because if you just look at his YouTube channel and look at the content that he makes, which is already bad enough within its own, it's just he's very obviously a pathological liar. He's always lying about pretty much anything that he can just talk about. You can't trust this dude. You can't trust whatever he has to say. He's just a manipulative liar who will do anything that benefits him in some sort of way. And when this came out like a day, like 2 days ago almost now, he just got so much overwhelming fucking support. Just 500,000 views at the time of me recording this, 46,000 likes at the time of me recording this, and just thousands of comments of little children, 32,000 comments of little children just, you know, trying to pay their respects to someone who actually isn't even dead, to someone who's actually still alive. And let's talk about the video in context of what we're talking about, which is the first video out of the two that he's uploaded so far on his main channel. And just immediately once I started watching this video, like not even like 30 minutes ago, you can already pretty much tell that he's just lying off the bat. He's, you know, stuttering, and you know, that's not really like a big indicator that he's obviously lying. It's just that when people are lying, they do tend to stutter, but of course, this is taken into context of what's going on. He's talking about the death of his girlfriend, so you can't really go off of that just by himself. But by that itself. But then you pay attention to what he's saying, and how he's saying it, and the tone of his voice, and what he's actually doing within the video, and you can very blatantly just see that he is lying just straight off the bat. He's constantly touching his face. He's pretending like he's constantly crying. He has a fucking rag in his goddamn hand. You know, he's wiping his fucking eyes and eyebrows and just face and all over, right? Just pretending that he's fucking crying and that he's just sobbing. He is absolutely breaking down on camera and yada yada yada. And this is just to manipulate the little children that he knows that are going to be watching this video. And just, that's basically just what he's doing within the video. He's just lying. You can very obviously tell that he's lying just by the tone of his voice, by what he's actually doing within the video. He's lying. He's not telling the truth. His girlfriend didn't die in a car accident. She's very much obviously alive. If there's no report anywhere that you could find on the internet, which you can find very easily on the internet. You can find police reports from like 3 hours ago on the internet. Just, it's not that hard. It's not that hard to find reports like this on the internet as soon as possible. There was another YouTuber who had actually went ahead and did the research, and you know, even though I never had seen any of his videos before, I can trust him more so than I can trust Jay. And even then, a YouTuber that I do know, Some Ordinary Gamers, go check his Twitter, go check his YouTube channel, because he already has talked about this on Twitter so far. He did his own research, and I trust him completely. He is a content creator that I know that I can trust and understand word of mouth of what he's saying. And yeah, he did his own research, and he fucking lied. There is no reports. There isn't anything that has to do with his girlfriend being deceased and dead within a car crash. There's just absolutely nothing. And then you make it hit, or then you see him make another video. You see him post this next video on his main channel still, and it's him saying his last goodbye to his girlfriend at a memorial that was put on the street. And then you watch the video, and he's just on his random fucking bustling street in the middle of fucking nowhere in Timbuktu in Canada. Just for some fucking reason, that's where she had died in the car accident. And it doesn't make much sense for her to be at, because I would have imagined she would have potentially have gotten in a car crash in a more populated area, because Jay in his first video says that she was going out and looking for stuff to go find for specific videos, which we'll also talk about more in a second. But it just seems like a weird place for her to be driving at, especially if she's driving around late at night and it's dark out and it's really hard to see anything. So it just that doesn't really make too much sense to me, but maybe I'm thinking too much into it. But let's get into the topic of the videos that he keeps mentioning, and it's the fact that he has a second channel called Dream Team, where he basically just makes videos with his girlfriend, and they only recently had made the channel. And in the first video, that's where he mentions the channel, and starts mentioning the fact that her girlfriend's dream was to, or you know, wish that they wanted to fulfill was to hit 1 million subscribers, and that they only had like a couple videos there, and that they had already had 5 videos, you know, prepared to be uploaded, right? So there's a couple of reasons why I can say that he's doing this. And A, that's for attention, which is obviously that's the case, because not only has he been making shitty content like that he does on his channel, but he also makes videos on, you know, the actual real life deaths of, you know, these celebrity rappers like X and Mac Miller. He made the video on Etika, like I mentioned earlier, which again really upset me, but he made that video as well. And now he's making the video revolving around someone that he actually personally knows, which is his girlfriend. And of course he's gonna get a lot more sympathy points because he's, you know, the boyfriend. And yeah, just he's doing it for attention. That's number one. Number two, you know, for views. Simple as that, just for fucking views. That sort of falls in the same line as attention, but people do stuff for attention and then not get too many views out of it, and then vice versa. So if you look at his channel, his views are obviously very much dying. Like over a year ago, when I looked back at his channel views just to see what type of views he was getting, they were substantially higher. He was getting way more views and therefore way more money. And I think now that that Kappa has kind of come into plans, and now that he's getting, you know, like half of the fucking ad revenue that he's getting, and that little kids aren't going to be able to reply in his comments anymore, and the fact that he's also in some other stuff that we'll get into, he's wanting to make another channel and make a video on that channel, and, you know, just get more money out of that as well. Obviously, I said that, you know, he gains more money he would gain more money on the second channel more than he would get in the main channel, because that shit's like basically cut in half. His revenue is cut in half, but he would still be getting some amount of money, and it would still be good money because kids still watch it. And then last but not least, I think he's doing it mainly because of the fact that he got into drama recently with Luxury Pranks, which is already another really shitty YouTube channel, but that's what we're talking about. recently they had been taking out his videos for copyright infringement, which, if you look at his videos, why would anyone want to copy videos like that? It just doesn't make sense. But I don't know, just maybe that's a big key factor in this. Maybe that's actually something that is actually playing into this. I have no idea. I can't really say for sure, but just I'm baffled. You know, that's all I can really say, is that I'm just baffled by the fact that this is happening again. You know, he's making another video like this where he's manipulating a death of someone, but instead of actually manipulating the actual death, he's faking someone's death, and it's incredibly fucked up, just to get more subs on the second channel, get more viewership on both channels in general, and just to benefit himself overall. He wants to feel like he has some fucking power, and unfortunately, because of these fucking kids that are watching his videos, he's getting that power. And Keem had already tweeted it out on obviously on Twitter, and I agree with him that more commentators need to start making more videos about this dude, because we keep focusing on these other content creators. I mean, even though there are content creators who obviously made videos on JayStation, they like mainly go after the content itself, and then every now and again when he actually makes a video regarding around him manipulating a death of someone, that's mainly the only other time that people talk about him. But now I think it's about the time that we need to really get, you know, together and band together and get this dude's fucking channel banned. Just get rid of all of his channels and get rid of whatever fucking power that he still has. We need to get him off the platform. We don't need kids to be watching videos like this, because there's a comment on his second video where he says his last goodbye, quote unquote, and there's a kid who left the comment who actually said that they thought it was a joke. They thought it was an actual joke, and that and then that they supposedly think that it's actually not anymore because of this video being, you know, up and around. And they try to give their condolences of, you know, the fact that she had, you know, supposedly died, but the fact that this little kid thinks that it's actually true is just, it's incredibly fucking sad, and this doesn't need to be happening, and we don't need this to be around. We don't need a guy like this around anymore. It's just, why is he still making videos like this? Why is he still allowed to make videos like this? Why is he still on the fucking platform? On his main channel, he has almost 5.5 million subscribers. He has 5.4. Why does he have this amount of fucking sub growth? Why? Why is YouTube allowing him to have this amount of sub growth, view growth, and just allow him to have a platform? This isn't something that we need. There are actual fucking kids who believe this shit. There's a comment where there's a little kid who mentions the fact that they should try to resurrect her back at 3 a.m. and that's what these kids are fucking used to watching now, and we don't need that. This is not the platform that needs this. With children who are going to be watching videos like this, this is where it needs to stop. This is where we need to get rid of them. This is where it needs to finally be put to an end. We need to get rid of JayStation. We need to get rid of whatever social media that he has. We need to get him off the internet. That's essentially what we have to do. This needs to stop. So that's pretty much it that I really have to say about the situation. It's ridiculous. If you don't believe me, there are other people who are talking about it. There are other trustworthy people who are talking about this. Go ahead and do your own research if you still don't believe me either way. You're going to find whatever any of us have already found. None of this shit is real. And like, once again, this needs to stop. So that's really all I have to say about the topic. It's in hand. And I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the video. If you did enjoy it for whatever reason, be sure to leave a like. If you haven't subscribed for more videos like this. Once again, like I mentioned before, go and check out my Etika video about JayStation, Roller Girl JayStation, if you're interested in watching it. The card was already on screen, but I'll probably link it at the end of the video regardless. But yeah. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a fantastic day. I'm out.